Hello, guys. Good evening. This is GK from your friendly weekly investment channel. Today is 6th of March, Monday, and the markets are closed now. Let's look at the market action today. The markets were opened high, but at the end of the day, it closed flat. So, markets still looks like it's a low confidence market. Interest rates are in play. Um, there are some commodity actions going on. Let's go look at the markets without any further delay, guys. Let's look at how S&P 500 traded today, the intraday action and the trends. What you're looking at is a paper trading session that is provided by Thinkorswim. If you have a Thinkorswim account, you can simulate trades, and that's exactly what I am displaying right now. What you're seeing, the balances are all not real. They are all like a uh, paper trading account. So just this is what I use on a daily basis to really uh, display the market actions, intraday action, and all other the capabilities that Thinkorswim has to offer. What you're looking at is your SPY, S&P 500 ETF, the market action for today. I would say this is a daily chart, but I'm going to drill down to the intraday action. Let's go there. So the markets, when it opened, it was very good. I was surprised. It is trading pretty high, but it gave up after 12 noon. It slowly gave up and it closed somewhere around 404. That is the bad news. The good news is it did not give up all the gains it had the last few days. So that is a good news. So if you look at the trend, SPY still below the trend line that I have drawn, right? Let me zoom in a little bit. So it is right on the trend line, right? But it definitely went above and eventually it gave up, right? No problem. But you see the 2 days grain from the recent lows, it's definitely holding up, and that is really good. It held this range, and let's see how it goes tomorrow. I know there are a lot of market moving events. Um, let's discuss them when it comes. But for today, the market completely wiped off whatever gains it had, and it is, you know, it is trading in the 404 area. What you're seeing here is the tick, NYSE tick. The NYSE ticks were kind of flat. It was positive 1600 and negative 1500, and it eventually, let's look at the daily. So it was positive 500 and negative 900 at one point, um, and then it is negative 500 at the close. It's right now negative 100. So it is number of positive versus negative stocks. If more positive than more negative, you see positive ticks. If it is more negative than positive stocks, then you're going to see negative ticks. That will definitely impact how the market moves. So that's the background of tick. Why ticks are very important to look at on an intraday basis. Now, coming back to the market, if you look at the channel, it is still in the upper end of the channel, so I'm happy about it. As long as it doesn't come to the bottommost of the channel, we should be okay with that. You know, so any intraday traders, you might see the markets are flat, but for long-term players, you are the winners, right? You're getting if you are invested in dividend reinvestment plan, you're getting your money back, you know, as a piece of stock, right, or a ETF. So you're doing definitely good. But for intraday traders, it might be a surprise which way you are betting. If you're betting that the markets are going up, you probably you should have taken off some from your table this morning. But if you're betting it's going down, you have done a good job. We did complete the S&P intraday action. Let's look at Nasdaq, how it is doing. Right, Nasdaq is the tech-heavy index. Let's see how it is performing today. QQQ, it's doing the same as S&P 500. Not much, not much of action. It is very similar to what happened in the SPY. So you know, if you look at it, it's exactly the same as a topping tail, and you have 2 days of gain, and then it is looking similar to SPY, right? Not much of action here, but definitely, it has gone positive. So not an issue at all on Nasdaq or QQQ ETF, guys. Let's look at the semiconductor index. Most of these are your AMDs, your NVIDIAs, your Texas Instrument, your Intel, the Qualcomms. There are several companies traded in the semiconductor or the SOX index. Definitely, it has a major contributor to S&P and Nasdaq. So let's take a look at it. The semiconductor ETF is, I normally use SMH. You can go SOX index. Um, net, it has not been positive, but it still again follows the trend that SPY and QQQ are doing it. It's again the same pattern. It was up 2 days, and then it is kind of given up few dollars, but it doesn't mean anything, right? It is still, when you look at the lows and on the top, I think it's probably closer to the top than to the lows. So I'm pretty much happy about it. It's kind of wait and see mode. There are a lot of things going on: the CPI, the Fed speech. You also have the unemployment news in Friday. So all those are going to drive this market. So I'm pretty confident that this is not bearish. Definitely looking positive. But again, whatever Fed says or whatever market data we see, it definitely will have impact. For long-term traders, you're doing a fantastic job. Intraday traders, if you're betting, which way you're betting, you're probably either made money or you did not. The other area I would like to look at is going to be your commodities. So the commodities are, um, one of the areas that definitely we feel the pain, right? So let's take a look at it. How commodities perform today. Uh, this is the your crude oil futures. The crude oil is positive. It has gone above $80. I think for the last several days. Since November. It has been trading in the range between $70 and $80. So it's good, but I don't think it's any concern. Let's look at the gasoline UGA, right? This year gasoline ETF. Um, I think I should find a way to translate this into the pump pricing, but it is very hard. What I'm looking at is it is not the lowest, but it is very close to the to your highs of this year, right? This is an daily chart, but the highs here were last June were $80 in terms of the gasoline. So you know this is right now around 60% mark, 60-70% mark, right? So it's about $60. So it has not it's not gone high, or it's not low, or the lowest was $49. So when you translate to your pump, you definitely will see that. I'm seeing it, right? So you definitely will see some relief in the pump. But when the summer driving season starts, I think they are going to crank it up one way or the other. I've not heard about any refineries shut down or anything like that. So um, you know, or any cyber incident that what we had, few months back, or a year back, you know. So the gasoline futures or gasoline ETF is trading fantastic. Let's look at the natural gas. Um, and UNG, it's right now trading at $8. It was $7 last week, right? It's definitely bumped about a dollar. So, but it is looking at the lowest after a very long run, right? So next I have in my list is the gold futures, gold GC. They are negative, but it is in the 1850 range. The range looks like from 2000 to $1,600, and now it's back to 1850, right? I definitely see gold has calmed down a bit. Again, gold is very sensitive to geopolitical incidents or tensions with the war going on. I see it. Gold is slightly elevated, but I think that there's nothing to panic here as of today's action concerned. Just to give a market summary, the markets are flat. The VIX is in the 18 area, the gold 1852. Bitcoin was higher and then it's gone down. Crude is slightly higher. The Nasdaq, S&P, Dow Jones Industrial Average all looks flat. 0.12%, 0.07%. Nasdaq gave up something. Russell has got is the biggest loser. The 10-year Treasury gone down 2/3. I think it's gone down a little bit. So um, thank you guys. Hello guys. Thank you for tuning in. If you like this content, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. Cheers.